If you're exhausted, snapping at people you love, and still telling yourself, I should be handling this better, I want you to stay with me for a few minutes. You are not burned out because you're weak. You're burned out because your nervous system has been in survival mode for too long. And that is not the same thing. I want you to think about the last time you had a free evening. You probably told yourself, I'll finally rest, I'll read, I'll go to bed early, and then you scrolled. You picked up your phone, or maybe you picked up a few things around the house. Maybe you answered a couple of messages that didn't really need answering. And by the end of the night, you were more depleted than before. And then came the familiar voice, I wasted my time. Why can't I just slow down? What is wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. I mean that. Your body has just learned that staying on feels safer than slowing down. And when that's the pattern, rest doesn't come naturally. Not anymore. It takes practice. Let's gently reframe what burnout actually is. Burnout is not a moral failure. It's not proof that you're not resilient enough. It's what happens when your nervous system doesn't get enough recovery after stress. Most of us are living in this cycle without even realizing it. Stress, push through, more stress, push harder, tiny crash, and repeat. And somewhere in there, there's no real downshift. No moment where your body gets the quiet signal, you're safe. You're allowed to be off right now. So of course you're exhausted. Of course your patience is thin. Your nervous system is doing its absolute best to keep you going. You're trying to move forward in a body that hasn't been allowed to rest. Here's what happens underneath all of that. When you're on all day, problem solving, caregiving, managing everyone else's emotions, your body is in a state of heightened activation. Your heart rate is up, your muscles tense, your breath is shallow. That's your sympathetic nervous system doing its job. And it's not bad. The problem is when you never deliberately come out of that state. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline don't get a chance to settle. And over time, research shows that chronic stress drains focus and memory. And then it makes sleep lighter and less restorative, and it reduces your ability to regulate. Oh, you can't regulate your emotions. So when you snap or go numb or can't seem to wind down, that's not you being too sensitive. That's a system that's maxed out and asking for help. So what do you do with this? You start small. You build tiny nervous system-based moments into your day that quietly tell your body, you don't have to be on all the time. That's exactly what Yoga Your Way does. It was created for this. It's a collection of gentle, non-performative practices designed for people who are burnt out, busy, and maybe a little disconnected from their bodies. You don't have to be flexible. You don't have to turn your life into a wellness project. You just need a softer way to come home. You want to come home to yourself a few minutes at a time. If you're tired of blaming yourself for your burnout and you want some guided support, helping your nervous system find its way back to rest, the link to Yoga Your Way is in the description. I'd love to see you in the studio. But if you need a little support first, that's why we created Yoga Your Way. So start with that and then come join us.